Dating can be a thrilling yet confusing experience. Sometimes we find ourselves invested in someone who may not share our feelings. Recognizing when it's time to move on is crucial for our emotional well-being and personal growth. This post will explore 5 telltale signs that indicate she's not interested and why it's essential to step back when faced with these situations. Mixed signals and inconsistent communication. One of the most frustrating aspects of dating is dealing with mixed signals. When someone is genuinely interested in you, their actions and words align consistently. However, if you find yourself constantly wondering where you stand, it might be a sign that she's not as invested as you are. Inconsistent communication is a major red flag. If she takes days to respond to your messages or frequently cancels plans at the last minute, it's time to reassess the situation. While everyone gets busy occasionally, a pattern of unreliability suggests a lack of prioritization. Pay attention to the quality of your interactions. Does she engage in meaningful conversations, or are her responses short and lacking substance? If you feel like you're always the one initiating contact or carrying the conversation, it's a clear indication that her interest level is low. Remember, actions speak louder than words. If she consistently says she wants to see you but never follows through, it's time to take a step back. A person who values your presence in their life will make an effort to maintain regular contact and show genuine enthusiasm about spending time with you. Lack of emotional investment. Emotional connection is the foundation of any strong relationship. When someone is interested in pursuing a deeper bond, they naturally open up and share their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. If you find that your interactions remain superficial despite your attempts to create a more meaningful connection, it might be time to reevaluate the situation. Pay attention to how much she shares about herself. Does she confide in you about her dreams, fears, and personal life? Or does she keep conversations light and impersonal? A lack of emotional vulnerability can indicate that she's not ready or willing to form a deeper bond with you. Another sign of low emotional investment is a reluctance to introduce you to important people in her life. If you've been dating for a while and she's never mentioned introducing you to her friends or family, it could mean she doesn't see the relationship progressing long term. Additionally, observe how she reacts when you share your own feelings or struggles. Does she offer support and empathy, or does she seem disinterested or uncomfortable? A partner who cares about you will want to be there for you during both good times and bad. It's important to note that some people take longer to open up emotionally. However, if you've been patient and understanding, yet still feel like you're hitting an emotional wall, it might be a sign that she's not interested in deepening the connection. Absence of physical affection and intimacy. Physical touch and intimacy play a significant role in romantic relationships. While everyone has different comfort levels when it comes to physical affection, a complete lack of it can be a clear sign that she's not interested. Take note of her body language when you're together. Does she maintain physical distance? Does she seem uncomfortable or tense when you try to hold her hand or give her a hug? These could be indicators that she's not feeling a romantic connection. It's crucial to respect personal boundaries and never pressure someone into physical intimacy. However, if you've been dating for a while and there's been no natural progression in physical affection, it might be a sign that she sees you more as a friend than a romantic partner. Intimacy isn't just about physical touch. It also involves emotional closeness. If she consistently avoids situations that could lead to romantic moments or deeper conversations, it might be time to have an honest discussion about where you both stand. Remember, everyone moves at their own pace when it comes to physical intimacy. The key is to look for a balance between respecting her boundaries and recognizing when there's a genuine lack of romantic interest. No future plans or commitment. When someone is invested in a relationship, they naturally include you in their future plans. If you find that all your interactions are focused on the present with no mention of future possibilities, it could be a sign that she doesn't see you as a long-term prospect. Pay attention to how she talks about the future. Does she use we language when discussing upcoming events or plans? Or does she keep her future separate from yours? If she consistently makes plans that don't include you or seems hesitant to commit to events more than a few days in advance, it might indicate a lack of interest in pursuing a serious relationship. Another telling sign is her reaction when you bring up the topic of commitment. Does she change the subject, become visibly uncomfortable, or give vague responses? These reactions could suggest that she's not ready or willing to take your relationship to the next level. It's important to have open conversations about relationship expectations and goals. If you've expressed your desire for a committed relationship and she consistently avoids the topic or expresses reluctance, it might be time to reassess whether your relationship goals align. Remember, it's not about pressuring someone into a commitment they're not ready for. It's about recognizing when your desires for the relationship are fundamentally different and making decisions that honor your own needs and aspirations. Prioritizing other aspects of life. While it's healthy and normal for individuals to have diverse interests and commitments outside of a relationship, consistently being at the bottom of someone's priority list can be a clear sign that they're not invested in building a future with you. Take note of how she balances her time and energy. Does she make an effort to include you in her life, or does it feel like you're always competing for her attention? If you find that work, friends, hobbies, or other interests consistently take precedence over spending time with you, it might be an indication that she doesn't value the relationship as much as you do. Pay attention to how she handles conflicts between your plans and other commitments. Does she try to find a balance, or does she automatically choose other activities over spending time with you? While it's important to maintain individual identities within a relationship, there should also be a willingness to compromise and prioritize quality time together. Another aspect to consider is how she talks about her future goals and aspirations. Does she include you in these discussions, or does it seem like her life plans don't have room for a serious relationship? If you feel like an afterthought in her life trajectory, it might be time to have an honest conversation about where you both see the relationship going. It's crucial to remember that everyone has different ways of showing interest and affection. Some people naturally prioritize their independence more than others. However, in a healthy relationship, both partners should feel valued and important to each other. The importance of self-respect and moving on, recognizing these signs, is just the first step. The real challenge lies in acknowledging the reality of the situation and making the difficult decision to walk away. It's natural to want to hold on to hope, especially when you have strong feelings for someone. However, continuing to invest emotionally in a one-sided relationship can be detrimental to your self-esteem and overall well-being. Remember, you deserve someone who is as excited about you as you are about them. Staying in a situation where your feelings aren't reciprocated can prevent you from finding a truly fulfilling relationship. It's essential to value yourself enough to walk away from situations that don't serve your emotional needs. Moving on doesn't mean you've failed or that there's something wrong with you. It's a courageous act of self-love and respect. By choosing to step away from a relationship that isn't meeting your needs, you're opening yourself up to new possibilities and experiences. The process of moving on can be challenging, but it's also an opportunity for personal growth. Use this time to reflect on what you've learned from the experience. What qualities are most important to you in a partner? What are your non-negotiables in a relationship? This self-reflection can help you make better choices in future relationships. It's also important to surround yourself with supportive friends and family during this time. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Focus on personal goals and aspirations that you may have put on hold. Remember, your worth is not determined by someone else's inability to see your value. As you move forward, maintain a positive outlook on love and relationships. Just because this particular situation didn't work out doesn't mean that you won't find a fulfilling partnership in the future. Stay open to new connections, but also take the time to ensure you're emotionally ready before jumping into a new relationship. Navigating the complexities of dating and relationships requires a delicate balance of hope, realism, and self-respect. While it's natural to want to see the best in someone we care about, it's equally important to recognize when our feelings aren't being reciprocated. The 5 signs discussed in this post: mixed signals and inconsistent communication, lack of emotional investment, absence of physical affection and intimacy, no future plans or commitment, and prioritizing other aspects of life are crucial indicators that it might be time to reevaluate your relationship. Remember, choosing to walk away from a situation that isn't serving you is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your self-worth and emotional intelligence. It takes courage to acknowledge when a relationship isn't working and to make the decision to move on. As you navigate your romantic journey, always prioritize your emotional well-being. Be open to love, but also be willing to step back when the signs indicate that your feelings aren't being reciprocated. Trust that by valuing yourself and your needs, you're paving the way for a more fulfilling and authentic relationship in the future. Ultimately, the right person will not leave you questioning their interest or commitment. They will make their feelings clear through consistent actions, emotional openness, and a genuine desire to build a future together. Until you find that person, focus on personal growth, self-love, and staying open to the possibilities that lie ahead. Remember, you are worthy of a love that doesn't leave you guessing. By recognizing these signs and having the courage to walk away when necessary, you're taking an important step towards finding the fulfilling relationship you deserve.